Hello, hello. LNbits on Liquid. It's quite impressive. We're using Trustless atomic swaps and Boltz in order for us to have a Liquid wallet, which we then send and receive funds to via LNbits, and it's weirdly fast. So I put together a little repo here just with instructions on how to set it all up. We're going to be using Luna node for our LNbits, and in this tutorial we're going to install Boltz, install LNbits, install Greenlight so we can actually see the funds going in and out of it, set up our DNS, and then run Caddy as well, which will make a reverse proxy, so it will make our LNbits install visible to the world via a URL. So let's get started, shall we? First thing we're going to do is go to Luna node and set up a new instance. Luna node is great if you haven't used it before. They accept Bitcoin as well, which is great. What should we call it? LNbits Liquid, I guess. I'm just going to go for the cheapest option, and Ubuntu. Now it will take a little while to provision, even once you can actually SSH into the server. There's going to be some background tasks which are running, so we'll SSH into it now. There we go. Come on. Weird. Ubuntu. That's correct. That's correct. Come on. Oh, it gave me sort of a temporary IP address. That'll be it. Yep. Okay, password. So now we're into our new VPS, and this just costs a couple of dollars a month. Go back to the install guide. First thing I'm going to do is install Boltz. As I said, it can take a little moment to... actually no, it's fine because we apt and all the other package managers, we don't really need them for the Boltz install. So we're going to head on over to the latest Boltz client release, and we're going to go for the MD64 version here. So I'm just going to copy this link address, and then it's wget blimmin' heck, what's wrong with me? Can't see the... There we are, and it's going to get Boltz. Now we're going to have to extract it. So it's Boltz, press tab, there we go. So it's extracted that. And then cd into the folder. And then make both the Boltz daemon and the Boltz client executable. Now, for this tutorial I'm going to use Screen to run our services, but you could set up some systemd files for it if you want a sort of better, more production-ready server, but this will work just fine, so I'm just going to go Screen, and then I'm going to run Boltz daemon for the first time. Boltz D, can't type today, and we're going to run it in standalone. That means that it doesn't need, we're not using it for on-chain, and we don't need a Core Lightning or an LND node attached to it, so we're just going to run it in standalone mode. Oh my goodness, must be tired or something. Oh, there we go. So now that's running. I got a coffee here, so I'll have a sip of that. Maybe it'll wake me up. And to go out of the screen, I'm just going to do Control A D, Control A and then D, and Boltz daemon's running. Now we can run the Boltz client. Let's follow the tutorial guide, shall we? To create a new wallet, a new Liquid wallet, and we're going to call it LNbits. So I'm going to run that. No. Boom. Obviously, keep your seed somewhere safe. This is the seed for my Liquid wallet. Shall I open up a text pad and chuck it in there? That's probably a good idea. And then what we're going to do is install LNbits. Actually, first we're going to skip ahead. We're going to install Greenlight. Sorry, Green Wallet. We need to change that. So if you just download the app image, and then I've already got Green Wallet installed, so I'll probably I don't need that, I'll delete that. Properties, make executable, cool. There we are. And then, yeah, whatever. I want to make a new wallet. This is my old wallet. Set up a new wallet, here we go. Agree, get started. On this device. Restore wallet. Whoa, that's wrong. Paste in that seed. Recovery phrase. Restoring wallet. While it's doing that, we'll go ahead and install LNbits. Now I made a really nice little bash script for installing LNbits, which makes installing it much easier. So I'm going to cd out of that, and I'm going to paste that in there, hit enter, and it's just going to install LNbits. It's going to install Python 3.9 for me, which is what LNbits needs at the moment. Soon we'll have version 1 and we're going to upgrade to 3.12, but that's the next release. I'll change the bash script for that. And then it's going to install all the dependencies and poetry, and it's going to run LNbits for us. So it's installing poetry. Is my Green Wallet set up yet? Set a new pin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my super secure pin. Create account. Way up. That's weird. I find Green Wallet sometimes does that. I bet if I open it up again, if it lets me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it'll pick it up once I send some funds to the account. Okay, so LNbits is running. If I now go to this IP address and go to port 5000. We should see LNbits running. Yeah, we are. We get the first page here, which is to set up your super user. Ben, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Log in. Okay, so that works. Good stuff. Now we're actually going to close down LNbits there, and we're going to run screen again. This is going to be for LNbits running. And then we need to, this is a little bit of a bug. I can improve my bash script so you won't have to add this command, but for now we have to add it. It doesn't really make any harm because it's just telling the system where poetry is. And then we can run this again in our screen. It won't install everything again. Although if there's updates to install, any dependencies, then it will do that. So now that's running. I'm going to control AD out of that. So we've got Boltz running, we've got LNbits running. Now we need to get Caddy running. And we've got Greenlight as well. We've installed Greenlight there. So if we go across to the Caddy installation, it's pretty simple. It's a copy-paste job. For those of you who don't know, Caddy is it's a bit like Nginx, but a gazillion times easier. Once you've used it, you never go back to Nginx. Okay, we're installing. Oh, something else I could do while this is running is change my URL to point to this IP. So I'm going to go over to wherever my domain is registered, and then we're just going to create an A record. I'm just going to edit this A record. I'm going to save that in there, and then it's going to dox my phone number, so I'm going to have to blur out for a second. Right, cool. So I've added my new IP address there for the server. Have we finished installing Caddy? Yes, we have. We're going to do Caddy stop, and I'm going to set up a new screen. Oh, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait a little moment because our TTL is 600 seconds. So it's going to take a little while to propagate. So there's no point doing it just yet, or else Caddy won't be able to create the secure certificate for the domain. So we're not going to do that just yet. What else do we need to do? We've got LNbits running. Oh, I suppose we could set up Boltz in LNbits, couldn't we? So LNbits is running. Yep. Going to go to the first place you go to in LNbits is the funding source page, because you need to select funding source because when it first sets up you're on void wallet, so you can't send receive funds. And of course we've got all these different funding sources we can connect to. We're going to be connecting to Boltz. Boltz is running on the same server at that IP address, and then when you get a Luna node, the default user is always Ubuntu. So we need to change that. Ubuntu. And it's macaroons /admin.macaroon. That's something we should probably just replace, so you don't have to type that in, but there we are, we do for now. So Ubuntu Boltz, yep, Ubuntu Boltz, good, LNbits, there we are. If we save that and then restart server, we can cross our fingers. Let's see if it will generate an invoice. Now it takes a little moment when you restart, so if I click on here now, oh no, I think it instantly connected. Look at that. Okay, I think that's totally worked. So if I create an invoice now for a couple of thousand sats, copy invoice, and then I'm going to use my little Telegram bot here to pay for it. Oh, yes please. Sats.mobi. It's a good Telegram bot if you need a Telegram wallet. Lightning wallet. There we are, look, we've received the funds. Now you'll see we've had quite an expensive fee. Now this is the only downside to the Boltz funding source, is the fees can sometimes be quite high. I suppose that's like 42 satoshis. So that's like 2 pennies, I guess. But the idea is that this would probably be a server which you're running for a bar or a cafe, and you don't mind charging those extra fees. What you can do as well, and we should do in fact, is change the fees in the LNbits instance here to account for that. So if we go to reserve fee in sats, let's change that to 5,000, and then reserve fee percent, if we change that to 3, yeah, let's see if that works. Let's see if we can send funds out as well. The only time you need to restart the server is when you change the funding source, by the way. So let's make an invoice. The other thing is as well, you can't do amounts under 1,000 sats. So it is really for, you know, some merchant operation. If we paste the request in there, read pay, let's see if we get an error. As insufficient balance. Bum, 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 bum. Oh right, yeah, okay. When you send funds out as well, it's that little bit more expensive too. So actually, this type of LNbits, the perfect scenario for it is just receiving funds for a merchant and it going into their liquid wallet, and then once every now and then sending it out and looping it out to on-chain or sending it out via Lightning. So yeah, we need to actually have more of a balance to send the funds out because the fees are quite high. Let's do that. But I just love how quick it is. Like, it's requesting an invoice from the Boltz client, the Boltz daemon, and then when we pay the invoice, oh wait, there, what am I doing? It's not paying, is it? Create invoice. We want to. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We want to receive funds, don't we? Here you go. Yeah, pay 2,000 sats. When we pay the invoice, it's looping it out to Liquid. So now, let's try and open that Liquid wallet again. That green wallet again. Why is it doing this? I think we should delete this wallet or start again. Yeah, let's just start again. Set up a new wallet. I agree. Maybe I skipped something here. Ease of use on this device. A new wallet. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no, idiot. Restore wallet. There's nowhere in here, is there, to select that it's a green wallet? No. That's weird. Copy. Paste. Restore. Maybe in the restore wallet process, it finds an account on the wallet. Can I skip this? No, I can't skip it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we are. Look at that. There's my funds. So we receive money via Lightning, and then we end up with it in liquid on our green wallet. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. What the price is doing, not so bad. Or is that bad? I don't know. I don't really keep track of the price. Anyway, back to the job. What are we doing? So we installed Caddy. We were waiting for the DNS records to update. So now what do we want to do? We want to go back over to terminal. Oh, broken pipe. This often happens if you're SSHing into a VPS. It'll boot you off if you're idle for too long as a security measure. So now, what do we need to do now? All right, yeah, I'm going to set up another screen. And my URL I'm going to be using is for a spare domain I have called conduct. So if we go back over to the install guide here, paste that in there, and then obviously change the URL bit to your URL, which is CONDCT. Hit enter. Boom. So now, if I go to my account, oh no, I don't need to go to my account. I've already got the login set up, haven't I? That's fine. Okay, so if I go to conduct on here, and then if I, what was it? Ben 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was the login, wasn't it? Here we are. I'm logged in, and we're running. We've got LNbits set up. It's got a URL. We can now go ahead and start installing some extensions and have some fun there. What can we install? I know the events extension. Could arrange an event, a workshop, get people to pay for it. There we go. And your LNbits is set up. Well, actually, another feature I want to show you while I'm here is we've just recently had this lovely gradient feature which has been added, and I really like it. So let's have a little look at that. If I go back to wallet there, beautiful. LNbits set up, running on Liquid Wallet, and running on Boltz, sorry, receiving funds and sending funds from a Liquid Wallet. Let's try one last thing before we go, is to send some funds out, isn't it? So invoice. I think it's because the light's reflecting off my keyboard here, so I can't actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Alright. And then paste invoice. Let's see how extortionate the fees are for sending money out. Sending in, it's, I think it's like 1% or something to send money in. But sending money out, the Boltz fee, I think is a little bit more expensive. Look at that. Cool. So how much were we charged on fees? So we sent 1,000 sats out, and then the fee was 266 sats. That is quite a lot, isn't it? But I think it's fixed at about that amount. So just get funds coming in, and then when you want to send it out in a big chunk. And that also should be reflected now in my Liquid Wallet, which it is, and I can see these transactions. It's so cool. Anyway, have fun with that. More tutorials to come on some of the other funding sources. But yeah, cheers. Bye.